don't know nothing else. It was this
What's
white
up?
man
What's
always
up?
kissing women on the lips. Oh,
Are we
hey,
on?
yeah,
We're
we
on.
on?
What,
Oh,
what's
all
up?
right.
You can tell us. You can
What's
tell us
happening?
about the
Yeah, man.
game
That's what I
shows and
remember.
shit.
Yeah, man.
You know.
What's happening,
What's
everybody?
up?
Welcome
I'm
to the
Brother
Daily
Lowe's.
Smoke. I'm Brother Ron.
Brother Black Cat on the cam as always
And
back
thank you
there,
for
and
our
we got our
audience.
studio audience.
Thank you
Applaud,
so much. Thank you so
applaud,
much. That's
applaud,
right. That's right.
applaud.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
So, but thank y'all for joining us today on a
Absolutely.
Wednesday. It's Hump Day.
Hump day, man.
And
Congratulations.
thank
We're
you,
over
man.
halfway there
Wow.
now.
It's okay. You know,
Yes.
it's like these weeks.
Yes.
It seems like they take forever, but really, it's all the same.
It's all the same,
Because
isn't it? It is. It's
you
all
get
the
up
same.
Monday, you're like, fuck, already Monday.
Right.
Next thing you know, it's
That's
Friday.
right.
Oh fuck, it's already Monday.
That's right, man.
It really is just.
That's right, man.
You know, it depends on what you're going through. I guess mentally, that makes you feel like, damn, this is a long fucking week, or the week went by pretty quick for me. You know.
Do you ever, when a Friday hit, do you ever go like, you know, I'm free, I got next 2 days, whatever, be like, man, I'm gonna be hating come Sunday night, and you know what I mean? And you just go away back to fantasy land.
Right.
Yeah, man, I
do what
process
you gotta
all my
do,
weekends like that.
It's like you ready. It's Friday, and it's like, okay. Come Sunday, you're like, fuck, it's over.
That's why I be hating when people be having me doing stuff on the weekends, man. Like, I need this time, you know?
I want to be doing what I do.
I need it, man. I need it.
I want to
for
do
real.
what I do, you know. But then sometimes that's what you do. That's what you got to do. So when
It
it
is
goes
what
by
it is.
fast, you know, that's what makes some weeks longer because if you work it on a weekend too.
That's true.
It's like fuck. You know?
That's
It's like,
true.
that was a long week. You know?
That's true. That's true, man.
This for me is fun. So the other shit is what I do.
Oh,
like.
absolutely.
The other shit be
Absolutely.
like, that's the shit I'd be like, man, let's get this over with.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? And it's true though that if you're busy, the time goes by real fast.
That's true.
But if you're just sitting there waiting, keep looking at that clock, man, it's like.
Yeah. If you ain't got nothing
Even
to
if
do,
you think it's been a minute already gone, it almost seems like, man, it's already been a minute.
You
How
know
come
what I
that shit
mean?
ain't moved yet? It
yes,
ain't been
man.
a minute.
Yes, man.
You know, you're still at 48, 49,
Yes.
50. You're thinking it's 72, 73.
Yes,
You're counting
man.
fast. That shit is
Did
crazy.
you ever do that on like, you ever experienced that on like Christmas Eve as a kid?
I don't remember.
Man, that clock
Like wait,
crawled.
like having to go to bed and waiting all night long.
That clock
and shit.
crawled,
You know.
man.
See, for me, for us, my mom and dad, they always partied on the 24th.
Oh, that's
and,
what's up.
and we celebrate Christmas. That's when we celebrate Christmas at midnight. We celebrate it. So we got a gift then.
Oh,
And then in the morning, we got the rest of our gifts and shit.
that's what's up.
And then we get some more gifts in January 7th, on Three Kings Day. We get some more on that too.
It's good to be
You
Puerto
know,
Rican,
so-
I guess. Shit.
We
Get
would
more
get
gifts.
gifts during that shit. So
Yeah.
Three Kings though, that's part of my mom and dad. My mom really being
Catholic.
Christian and
Catholic
Catholic. We were
Christian.
Catholic, so
Yeah.
they believe all that. So but that's where that came from. But it was fun. We had a good time. That's like I said, we celebrate. That's why we don't have the kids, Elias and Aribella, on Christmas Eve because they're with their dad because they're Latino. Christmas is on.
Whoa, they
The
for real like
24th
that,
is,
huh?
we call it a good night, Noche
Mhm.
Buena. That's getting ready to be Christmas. So right as soon as 12 o'clock hits, it's Christmas. So we're
That's
still
what's up.
partying. We've been partying. Let's give gifts if you want and shit.
That's how we are with New Year's
And then for
Eve.
the kids, it's like, yeah, so see, and then New Year's the same for us,
Yeah.
We're anticipating the day that's coming. We want to start it right from the beginning of that fucking day at 000.
You know, that's
start.
like with Americans, what we used to do is like, the 1st of December, Thanksgiving, all that kind of stuff, that had its place. But the only reason why most kids even cared about Thanksgiving was because we was getting closer to Christmas.
Right.
And then, like,
And we're going to be off for a few days.
like you would have well, no, not as a kid. Like as a kid, you'd be like, man, we're out of school for the next 2 years. So then you start processing it that way. Like in America, that's how we did it.
Right.
And then you would go like, okay, cool. When you get out of school, then you're going through day by day. You look forward to Christmas Eve so much because it signified that Christmas was coming. Most of us went to sleep early on Christmas Eve. That's how much
Right,
we
because
really,
you knew, right,
that's how we
I gotta
process
go to sleep,
Christmas.
so
Yeah.
that when I wake up, my
Yeah.
shit is there. So
You
let me,
know what
let
I
me
mean?
go to sleep
Yeah.
now and shit.
Yeah, man. We would go to sleep early. Like as you got older, at least anyway. You go to sleep early because you want that day to come back come around
Yeah,
so
you
fast.
Go to sleep,
man.
you wake up, don't seem like you were asleep that long.
Yeah,
And
man.
here it is.
Yeah, man.
That's how the girls do whenever they're downloading shit on the PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
When it says it shows the bar, don't
Uh-huh.
look at it. They don't look at
Really?
it. They turn around because they think if you look at it, it takes longer. So they said, don't
That's
look
funny.
at it. So they turn away from it.
That's
And then when they
funny.
come back, it's finished downloading. But to them, if you look at it, that line's going to stay there. Shit barely move and barely move. So they don't look at it. That's funny as hell.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. You know, normally we would have like a topic that we would talk about, you know, discussing around table fashion, but tonight, you know, we're just gonna have an open forum. So if you guys want to talk about something, if there's something you want to, you know, bring to our attention or what
Right.
have you, or if you just want to call in and tell us how good of a job we're doing, you know, just look at the number at the bottom of the screen, give us a call,
right? Or
you
chat
know what
with
I
us
mean?
in the
Chat
chat.
with us. Let us know how you feeling out there. So tonight ain't gonna be no deep conversation. Well, maybe
Yeah.
unless you bring it to us.
Unless you bring
But
us
you know,
one.
it's today is the return of the WTF, so anything goes. All right.
Right,
So
right,
give us a call. Let us know how you feeling. Let us know you're out there. Okay.
But before we get to that,
Absolutely.
we got to do our sponsors.
Gotta get paid,
You know?
man.
Banging,
Banging,
banging, radio.
banging, banging.
www.banging832.com. Past episodes of the Daily Smoke on Sundays at 7 o'clock. That's our time. 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Houston, Texas time. I don't know what is your time,
Run
but
it.
it's 7 o'clock here in Houston.
That's
So
right.
you're either plus or minus.
I love my
You
city.
know, so that's how it is. Yeah, I think that's the same part, but during the day. From
Yeah,
the other one that we be in, I
Oh,
think
really?
that's the same.
I like
part, but
that other
during
one's
the
better.
nighttime is better because it's got all that light.
Yes,
So that's pretty
yes,
cool.
yes.
Anyways, again, yeah, past episodes of the Daily Smoke, their website, radio station, go check them out. They got music playing all the time. They got other podcasts and shit that they do with other people. So make sure y'all check them out. And then we got Tamia's Touch of Care Massage Therapy. To get with life, get a massage.
Touch my body.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, we're doing a remix.
Yeah, that's the remix. That's the chopped and screwed
You
part.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's chopped and screwed version.
That's the banging 832 version
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Again, that's www.tamiaanderson.com. Tamia's Touch of Care Massage Therapy. She does more than just massages. You see, she does that Reiki and the shit with the hands.
We love you, Tamir. Keep up the good work, love.
And she's also a personal trainer.
Absolutely.
And the best part I like is she comes to you. You provide the person the safe space, and she'll come to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got nothing to worry about. As long as you got your money to pay, you do it.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she don't care. Just make sure you get that money.
Right. And then we got the Shrine of the Black Madonna at 5309 MLK Boulevard here in Houston, Texas. The Buy Black Marketplace Black Vendor Market, Book, and Art Fair. And they're calling on vendors, so they need people to go out there and become a vendor or just go out there and buy some shit.
Boy, he's out of here.
Go buy some stuff. But if you want to be a vendor, go to www.thebuyBlackMarketplace.com. And then that's where you'll find out where you get out there. It's fun. It's a fun community, family friendly event. Featuring food, retail, shopping, entertainment, workshops, and more. And then workshops are free yoga, African history class, at least cents. You can get your grub on. It's open to the public and it's free. So make sure y'all check that out. But the Buy Black Marketplace at the Shrine of the Black Madonna.
Yeah, boy.
And then,
And then,
let me get that out right quick.
get it.
This is the one. Then we got Puff Pass It, CBD, and more.
Yes, sir.
At 4130 and a half Cavalcade here in Houston, Texas, 77026. Check out Puff Pass It on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Yelp. And you can go to their website at puffpassit20.wixsite.com/my-site. Or you can send them an email at puffpassit20@gmail.com. Or you can call the owner, Tanya Ashley, at 713-766-6631. And go check out the place. Real nice place. You see there in that picture the way it looks at night. It's all purple and shit. That shit was nice, man. We had a good time there. You can rent the whole place out and everything. Have your own little party. They got the lipstick room where you go smoke on a cigar and shit. You can go outside and do whatever fuck you want out there. And all that stuff is legal, so you ain't getting in no trouble. You know, so make sure y'all check that out. But anyways, it's Wednesday, it's hump
We
day.
got one more, man.
Huh?
We got one more.
Oh yeah, that's right. I almost forgot us. Shit, I'm hot. But they know us. thedailysmoke.com, THA, and that's where you'll find out everything you need to know about us. That's where if you want to be on the show, you go there, check it out. But truly, if you want to know what we're about, who we are, what we do, go to the website. It's all right there.
Absolutely.
And all our other affiliates and partners that are there, you can go right to
Absolutely.
their little picture and click it, and it takes you to their website, so that way you can
Absolutely.
support them too. And if you're so inclined to give us some money, what the fuck is up? These motherfuckers don't never give us shit.
At
Y'all need to go
all.
to Cash App,
They ain't showing
$TV
us no
Smoke.
love,
That's my
man.
one the fuck
They
today.
ain't
What the
showing
fuck is
no
up?
love,
I mean,
man.
y'all got some good shit. Y'all got some good shit. Well,
They
then come
love
on
it.
now.
They ain't showing no
We need
love,
some love
man.
so that we can make it
Love.
better and shit, you know? Shit. Y'all saw what happened Tuesday. Like, shit.
Somebody got to keep Reliance Stadium lights on. Come on, we need that money,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Help us out. What the fuck?
What
Y'all
it
like
do,
what we
Steve?
do, then help us out. That's how it gotta be.
Hey, man. So if you watching the show right now, it's like about 7 of us in there. So if you watching the show right now, here's what we want to do. Anything you want to talk about,
Give us one.
give us one. Talk to us right now. Call in. Tell us what's on your mind. If you don't want to do that, you want to keep it light, just tell us how good of a job we're doing. Hopefully we are.
Pete,
You
just
know
tell
what
us
I mean?
how you think we're doing anyways, whether it's good or bad.
Don't be hurting our feelings. Some of us come to tears on you. You know what I mean? But yeah, call us. Check us out, man. The number's at the bottom of the screen, 281-968-1029, all right? And we got a couple of really good shows coming up in the future, so we hope you guys stick with it, all right?
We do apologize not for, we had to reschedule with the cheesecake, man. Oh yeah, mama know.
Yeah, look at him, man. Yeah, man. So today is WTF. What be on your mind?
Shit, all kind of, shit. I go into a rant about a lot of this shit.
Yeah, like what?
Just some different ones. I mean, my one that I want to talk about today is what the fuck is up with scam motherfucking likely. If I answer it, it's the same motherfuckers from a different number. What the fuck? I'm sitting here telling you I am not interested. Shut the fuck up. Click, and then I hang up on your ass. It's gotten so bad that, and I hate that I have to do this. If there's an accent on the end of that, click, I hang up. As soon as you say, hello, my friend, blim, I'm not talking to you for shit because your boys be scamming motherfuckers. So that's their fault. So you need to get on your boys, stop scamming motherfuckers, I'm glad, man, fuck them motherfuckers, man. Like I said, I hate that I have to do that, but hey, because I've heard the stories, the horror stories that, Steve ripped a motherfucker off. So what the fuck is up with that? My brother worked at the Indian consulate, and he said that they're made take American names so that it sounds better. But I'm like, but you don't sound like Steve, motherfucker. I can barely understand what you're saying, so I know you're not a Steve. So give me your real name, Habib. Shit.
Peter Muhammad.
Like goddamn.
Oh, today's the first day of Ramadan too.
Yes. Is it today?
It is. Yeah, actually in the morning. In the morning, sundown.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, actually. Tomorrow morning. Yeah, Ramadan says
Yeah, I saw it on the calendar.
If you are of the Islamic faith, happy Ramadan to you, or good Ramadan, whatever, they say. But hey, blessings to you all, for everything you're practicing. Some really cool, it's some really cool reasons why they do Ramadan, man.
I was going to ask.
I was all about it.
Why is it around now? Because it's kind of like our Easter is coming.
It has a lot to do with, man, like their calendar. Like right now, it's like the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. Go figure. You know what I mean? All right. So, yeah, man, they do it and they say, like, you don't eat between, like, dawn, dusk to dawn.
Oh, so it's like a fasting.
Yeah, you fast, man. You fast from everything, like food, sex, whatever it is you do, you fast from it. And they say the reason that they want you to do it is because during those hours, like your body starts responding differently. You know what I mean? Like we used to having sex, you used to having a lot of food, whatever, and you have to go without. Now your body starts making adjustments. You know what I'm saying?
You don't eat when it's dark.
Yeah. Because
if I get up real early in the morning, it's still dark, I'm getting my grub on real quick. I'm about to go 12 hours.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's pretty cool why they do it, man. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I like that. I like that. Happy Ramadan, too.
So that was my what the fuck.
I ain't got one.
You don't have one?
No, man, I really don't, man.
What the fuck, man? There's a lot of weird shit going on out here in this world, man.
What's your WTF? You ain't got one?
No, can't think of one right now. Like shit.
What the fuck is the snake gonna do at HIMP 50?
Have you been paying
I haven't
attention?
seen that with the state taking over HISD.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
2-year like situation.
Yeah.
2 years they fucking pay.
Yeah, man.
Good, because them motherfuckers don't do shit. Them motherfuckers are not there to teach. They're there to, it's a job to them. And I'm telling you this because my kids go to fucking HISD, and these motherfuckers are there. I'm telling y'all, teachers in HISD, y'all are there for just the job. Y'all don't give a fuck about none of these kids.
Ooh, shit,
You know,
rough, ain't it?
You know what I'm saying?
How you
And
feel
then
about
when
it?
when you let them just move along, why give a fuck about these kids? Oh, the state tell me I got to do what, you know, hey, I got to move them anyway.
That is true.
That's
It's the
bullshit.
state.
So like,
But
you
they
got-
only adhering to the state.
you know, true. So now the state's gonna come in. So what they gonna do?
State of Texas.
But what state had to do with it in the beginning if it's all about teaching?
Well,
Well, you know what I'm
Because the
saying?
now,
state's
come
gonna
on now.
tell them what they got to teach.
Somebody got to
that
somebody got
star
to
test,
these
that
dummies.
the star
So
test
the
that
state stepped in
that's
for.
for the teachers.
Yeah, well, yeah, but somebody who else gonna pay
What
for the
checks and
teachers?
balances finna go down now?
Well,
That's
see, I don't-
different because you privatizing education.
You know,
That's
so-
what you're doing. Like the people that's over charter schools and stuff.
Right.
That's who's finna take over HISD.
Exactly.
So you're privatizing education.
Wow.
That's the problem. And it's an adjustment for us because we're used to the state supplying our
Right.
education.
which the state has to follow the rules of our land. A private motherfucker can do
Whatever that
the
may
fuck
be.
he wants.
But that's just but he's absolutely correct. I'm not saying that, schools gonna become communist overnight.
No,
I'm saying.
no, I'm just
But
saying-
it's just saying like we're having a hard time with this because you're talking about now a whole different framework. You know what I mean? Now
Right.
it's a business.
Yeah.
And we need to stay in the black and not the red. So you
That's
can
how
get
they-
you
that's
can
how
get
they
that
do.
level of education
That's how
now.
they did with prisons. They made them private.
Exactly. When they privatized
They
them.
made
That's
them
right,
private,
man.
And all that did
That's
was
right.
And so
No, that did was
no
we
child be
need
left behind. You
that shit.
Left on that 'cause we finna start chopping up and closing down. If it ain't no benefit to us, we don't need it. We can put them all over here. Cause they
Hey.
over here. Let's do
We
this.
create permanent underclass. Absolutely.
That's the plan.
Absolutely.
So that was a good what the fuck,
Yeah.
you know? Hey,
What about yours, Bob? You got a WTF?
Not more.
Not a moment. I feel you. Me neither.
We're trying to survive the day, so
I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel
don't
you.
take it too difficult. I'm just trying to survive. That's all.
you
I
know?
feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you.
Anybody out there, Mama? You watching? Give us one, or give us what the heck? Give us a what the heck, Mama. You know, she ain't gonna do what the fuck. But there's a lot of them. This world is turning into where every day it's always a the fuck now. You know,
It is.
It's like-
What
there's
next?
always
huh?
something that's coming
Yeah.
on that doesn't make sense, but it's because I understand
We need
that
to-
generation that's moving forward, that's what they want. So I'm still back here, so I gotta understand what they're trying to do as they're moving forward. Because if not, we get left
Right.
behind. Like we talked about the other day
Right.
about the show. You know, we gotta
Right.
be in there with
Right.
what they're doing
I
because
feel you.
our shit's gonna be 70 shit to
I
them.
feel
Like
you.
motherfuckers now watching 70 shit is like,
I feel you.
so
I feel
if
you.
we don't improve with that,
I
they're gonna
feel you.
look at us the same way. So we got to stay with that. And like you say, we're so far removed from it. We got to get back.
We
to
got to
it
stay.
somehow or
Yeah,
another.
yeah.
So we got to try to bring in some of these young kids, these young fellas, or these young human American motherfuckers that are out there right now. Bring them in.
We got some opportunities coming up too.
Changing so much shit.
What you gonna say?
You know what we need right now is
Okay.
we need a healing song.
Uh,
We need to be on the world. So. It's love.
What are we? What are we?
Giving their own kids and shit because they manage and everything. That's going down too. And as a parent,
and we need a song.
So who we gonna donate to though?
we need a song.
Who we gonna donate
Something to
to?
get everybody's attention out at once, and
Right.
that happened.
Like we are the world type shit.
Who got paid off of that?
I don't know.
That's what I was.
You know,
We are the you.
Yes,
Lord.
for a long time, them kids still had them big bellies.
That
What
chick
the fuck, they
said-
weren't eating. They weren't eating.
Hey, Los, that chick said, "The world AIDS songs go down."
They do. The World AIDS song.
The AIDS songs.
We're trying to help the world. Right? You know, but that's true though. That makes everybody be all happy and shit.
Oh Lord.
everything.
Yep.
Like the man say they-
Oh Lord, dude. We saw Lionel Richie and them, Kenny Rogers next to each
You
other.
know, right?
Like Lord,
They never thought.
hey boy, that's good us.
They made
That's
that
good
money.
hell out of us.
They made that money.
Man, I saw a
This is
pill.
holograms and shit.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Well, they done brought Tupac back. Hologram. Tupac. They done brought Tupac back on these holograms. Man.
You did that with TLC?
They-
Didn't they?
What?
I think they did a concert or something with her.
You know what? I
That's a lot
remember
of
hearing
money.
some that the other two were there, but the one was hologram.
I think so. I think TLC.
I saw Michael Jackson. That freaked me out.
Michael Jackson did a hologram?
Oh, you didn't see it? Man, it was about a year or two
Well,
after he
Michael
died.
Jackson didn't do shit. So
Oh, no,
he
he
did
ain't.
that for him.
Ghost of Mike. Little
Michael
Mike.
didn't do
He
shit.
like Mike. Yeah, man, they did. Was it like the American Music Awards or something?
Mhm.
And it's crazy because when Mike did the performance, he had other dancers to the left and to the right of it.
Mhm.
So when you're looking at your camera on your TV, you're like, man, that's pretty cool. They done brought
Right,
Mike
right.
back, everybody dancing and sing. But
So as a dancer, you had to make sure you didn't get too close because you can go right through it.
well, absolutely. You know what I mean? It's going straight through. Man, one of the cameras at that time must have switched at the wrong time
Mhm.
because we had an opportunity for about a good 3 seconds to see what the crowd was seeing, and all the crowd saw was just these two groups of
That's
people.
all they didn't
That's all
see.
they didn't see him.
Oh.
So when if you was at the show and you was
You
looking
had
at
to
it,
look at the TV.
you
or
didn't see
something.
none of that, but
You
we
had
got the show
monitors
at
and
home because we was at home.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
So
man.
they just watching this shit.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. I was
Okay.
like, oh, that must have been
You know,
kind of awkward.
But for them though, they had to use their minds and put Michael there dancing for them.
Welcome
They
to the
remembered him, you know.
Go to the family.
It's like in this here, this is what I would see Michael doing. Some shit like this, couple of he-he's and shit.
It was really good,
Yeah,
man. He
yeah,
went and sat down in the chair and everything. I was like, ooh. I ain't
Somebody
seen
did a
Mike
good
since.
job with that since, right?
See, Mike.
I ain't seen
He hanging out. He hanging out with.
Hold out
I
there.
ain't seen Mike since,
He hanging
man.
out with Elvis and Tupac and Biggie and shit.
Man,
That's
did
where
you
they
see
all
that
are.
Elvis movie?
The one, that new one? I
Yes.
watched some of it. Yeah, I didn't watch it all.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah, it was good. It moved along. It was, but then I'm like, fuck
What is
Elvis.
HBO Max.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
yeah, I saw some. It was pretty
It's a
interesting
really
the
good
way it
movie.
moved. But
I would like to see it high.
see,
Because,
at
you know
the
what I
end
mean?
of-
Because the way they did it.
But see, for me, at the end of the day, it was like, man, fuck Elvis, I'm done,
Well, of
and that's why I
course.
stopped.
Yeah, of
I didn't care anymore. I didn't want to.
I feel you, I
It didn't
feel
matter
you.
to me. But I understand what you're saying. It
I
wasn't,
feel
you know, the way it moved, the way that
It was just
They-
different.
you
It
know,
was
something
just
different.
different.
him as a young man and shit growing into
Just
what
the way they filmed it.
Yeah, it was
Like,
pretty
even
cool.
if you don't like Elvis, even know who Elvis is, the way that they filmed this movie, like, it'll keep your interest. It's
Right.
kind of like Natural Born Killers. If you
Right.
never saw Natural Born
right,
Killers,
that shit'll make you
that's
watch.
at
It
that
is.
time that was a different way of cinematography.
Right.
That's what Elvis was, man. I was like, wow, this is deep.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I used to have a crush on his daughter.
She just died.
Yeah, she
Just
did.
recently.
Yeah,
Priscilla.
She did. Yeah, Priscilla. What's that? No,
No, that was the wife.
no. She looks just like Priscilla.
The wife was
I don't know why I used to have a crush on her. I cannot think of her name.
what's her name? Elvis's daughter.
What's her name? If you're watching the show, type it.
Marie? It ain't not Marie?
Yeah, something.
Lisa Marie.
Lisa
That's
Marie.
it. Yeah, Lisa Marie. That's it.
Yeah,
Lisa
she
Marie.
just- she's gone too.
Yeah, man.
Money's gone.
That's crazy, man. We seeing all of our like contemporaries getting up out of here.
Right.
We on our way, man. Moving to the front of the line.
Yep, everybody's. You know, that's how it is too. Like, you know, like from when I was growing up younger, my mom and dad would talk about, oh damn, so and so died.
Yeah.
That for you was like,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
some old dude died.
Live a who? you
And
know what I
then you
mean?
start getting older, and then you remember like someone you used to watch. Oh damn, dude died. Or,
Yeah.
oh, shit, now I know how my parents felt back
Yeah,
then.
man. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that.
Like, well, we all got to go someday.
Yeah. Man, I used to.
That's the one thing we can't figure out. How do we do this forever? We're
You
not
know.
built for that.
Oh no.
We're not built for that shit. What
Oh
the
no.
fuck? Damn.
Would you really want to live forever?
Yes.
Really?
I would.
For what reason?
Just to see what happens.
Like
See
what?
how it turns out. Where we go as humanity.
Reason?
Yeah, just to see where we go.
I mean, I know we talked about this once before. I don't know if it was on camera or not, but how would you deal with mortality like that?
As long as I got to see your life play out, I'm good.
But your kids and then their kids and then their kids, like you're seeing
As long as
them
I see
get up
their
out of
lives,
here.
I get to see how their lives play out. I'm good because I got to see what
Really?
happened, what's happening. Where does my family go? Does it disappear in 100 years,
Yeah,
or does it
yeah.
keep going? You know,
Okay.
does
So
the
you lose.
education level of my family keep getting higher and higher with each generation that comes along? So in other words, we're moving forward, or we're just sitting here just idle.
Let's say you could, but then Mount Vesuvius takes out your whole family, but you got to live forever. How would you deal with that?
Just gotta deal with it. They died at Mount Vesuvius. They would have been at that motherfucker. Because if it just blew up, that means you knew it'd been running way before you got there. So you shouldn't have been at that motherfucker.
I feel
That would be
Don't
fucked
get
up.
mine when the sun blow up.
Oh my
So,
God! And there's the date. It's coming. It's coming.
But then I'm still there.
Get the 5.3 billion years.
Just floating in space, huh?
Floating in space. I really be floating.
Lost in space.
The ship look like a joint and shit.
You know,
With the little smoke coming out the back.
right? Y'all call in, man. We know y'all watching this and everything. Like you said,
Or
it's a
give us something.
WTF episode.
Everybody
Yeah, call
has
us up.
what the fuck is up. It's almost like how our city used to do things that make you go, Well, now it's things that make you say, "What the fuck now?"
Yeah, call in, man.
Goddamn.
Call in.
Like,
We got 9 people watching this.
Then
All right,
look,
cool.
9
That's
people
what's
need to-
up. Yeah, so we don't have a topic today. Y'all the topic. Talk to
Y'all
us.
to talk
Call
to us.
in.
Bring us in. So what's pissing you off right now?
Me, man.
Take me, pick me up, brother.
Oh, you got an idea.
Okay.
Take you. It's the live. It's the screen is up, so it's set for YouTube to pick up. So it's got to be pretty stabilized.
It drives him crazy.
Cause the KBs are fucking with him.
Oh Lord,
Sounds like shit.
man, I'm gonna tell you what I'm really
Wasn't
upset.
Veronica on with us? Say
Sure,
something.
she's still on.
You know you got one out there. Tell us what's up. What the
Yeah.
fuck happened yesterday? That's hers.
Man, you know what I'm really pissed off about right now? Insurance.
Right? That's the biggest scam in the world. man.
Insurance.
Biggest scam in the world.
I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it. Insurance and diamonds. Two of the biggest
Diamonds?
scams. Diamonds, yes. Diamonds. Two of the big scams on the planet, man.
A rock
For
that you
real.
say, if this rock looks like this, and it got a cut right here,
Come on
that
now.
motherfucker's worth millions.
Why?
It's a fucking rock with different lines in it.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I mean, I understand that it's the hardest substance that element that we have because you can't really
hard
destroy them. But
The hardest Christmas.
so I can understand that part of
man.
it. I can understand that part of it and shit like that. But other than that, it's like it's just a fucking rock that you
it's
find
mineral,
around.
you know what I mean?
Same thing with gold.
I'm
Get some
saying.
dust or some
Like,
little
yeah, what
pieces of
gives
gold
it its inherent value?
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, as far as the mineral, if I'm not mistaken, but as far as the metal, gold is rare as far as the amount that's found and accumulated versus other shit like steel, iron, which is plentiful. So,
You know what's more rare than
we put a
gold?
price to that.
You know what's more rare than gold right now?
More.
Emeralds. They say
Really?
there is no more emeralds to dig up. That's but they're saying emeralds, so any emeralds you buy now, you got to make sure that it's real because they're making fake ones.
The market is
But
closed on
real
it.
emeralds, they say there is no more. And my thought is, how do you
Wow.
know? You've checked everywhere, the whole world. You've checked the
Yes.
whole world.
Yes.
It's like, damn,
Everywhere.
like,
Yes.
and you know that we can't find no more of these motherfuckers.
It's here. Why not? I'm on their side. It's here. Why not?
Let's
It's
go
here.
get it all.
Go get it all. I'm on their side.
Especially people paying this kind of money for it. They paying this. People paying good money for shiny rocks.
Yeah. Ain't that sad?
That's what it is.
See what I'm saying?
It's
Ain't
a
that
shiny,
sad?
colorful rock.
You know what I mean? Ain't
Just
that
like,
sad?
I said this is the jewel.
This determines how much I love you. Depending on that little rock, I can go get.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And they
Oh, man.
always want a big one.
I ain't feeling. Hey, you want the big? You know what I mean? Then you get robbed. Yeah, man. You want the big dime. Yeah, man. For real, like diamonds. That's just damn,
It's been
man.
around. You figure it's been around since way
Not
back because when the
necessary.
conquistadors came to the New World, they took all the gold, all the silver. They took everything they had. They robbed so much shit.
The
from
earth
that-
got
this
heavy
side of the
over
world. Man, it tilted when it took all that shit
You know
back
what
to
I'm saying?
goddamn Spain, man, and Europe. But there was so much of it. I mean, it was like so many metric tons of silver.
Ooh, Lord,
I
boy,
mean,
they
in the
got
thousands and shit, and they took a lot of shit.
They
And you know,
got rich.
the people over here was like, that's just a shiny rock. Okay, we
Yeah.
have it. Yeah, go ahead, man. It's just a shiny
Like,
rock.
whatever.
Because to them, it didn't mean nothing. I mean, they used it as jewelry, but it wasn't like, you know, oh man,
We
you
ain't
got,
tripping.
oh, you got that diamond. Oh man, I
We
only
ain't
got this
tripping.
little black pearl and shit. You know, shit like that. So
Man, when I was in Mexico, something scared the hell out of me. When I used to live in Mexico, I saw this with my own eyes, man. During the time that Maximilian and those guys all went through like Central, America, they have this from all identifiable, purposes. They have this calendar, and I think it's at Xochicalco in Mexico. And the way that the natives at that time determined time was they used a serpent. And they, on the side of this pyramid, have this serpent to the left, which signifies the beginning of time in terms of how they calculate and all of that. Okay. As you walk down the pyramid, brother, you start seeing indentions in the lines. And above those indentions, you would see different forms of art. So, which reflected the art of that time that was going on. You with me? Okay. All right.
the evolution.
So you can see the evolution of it.
From the
This is what
to the shit.
it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. What got me was at the end of that timeline, that calendar, if you will, there was a character that had like a helmet, metal plating around him, and on that calendar at that spot, it's basically saying, "This is the end.
They knew it.
This is the end."
They knew it.
And what killed me, man, was when you look at the date that the art, showing the conquistador for all intents and purposes, they drew this about 400, 500, 600 years before.
That's crazy how they know he was coming.
There was no metal conquistadors at that time.
No. And see, I heard some of the ones that what they talk about aliens and shit that help these mud because they say there's carvings up in India, in Egypt, and in Mexico.
That's white supremacy.
That have the same type of no, I'm saying, but this is how that they show it.
Yeah, I know
trying to
what
make
you're
it
saying.
space.
I know what
They
you're
all
saying.
have this
I do.
space looking like dude.
Yeah.
All of. In other words, it's like, why would they draw like a helmet on a dude? What would they
Right.
have known about a helmet on a dude?
Right.
So that's where they get that. Oh, aliens must have helped them niggas. Shit.
Well, one of the Babylon, I think it's the Babylonian calendar or something like that. You all check me out if you have your cell phones with you right now. Look it up. But it was Sumerians, and they have this picture, man, of this Sumerian, on this tablet, and they actually have planets behind them, and they even have like Saturn with the rings
They had never seen that.
on
shit.
them.
They didn't have telescopes.
And the number of planets there are in our solar system.
That's crazy.
We're talking about
So
Sumerians.
it makes you think did somebody tell them that because they didn't have the equipment. To
And
go
that's
look
the
for it.
argument. That's
They
the
don't have
argument.
But then you know what I say? Them some sorry ass aliens, boy.
Right.
Y'all come up here, y'all do some pyramids,
feel
and
you.
y'all booked.
I feel
and
you.
let us go the
That's
way
why I
we go.
believe in aliens, for that very
motherfuckers.
reason. I feel you.
Y'all would have been back lots
I
of
feel
times,
you.
you know.
I feel you. I
Like,
feel you.
shit.
Man, ain't
Sorry,
nobody
mugs.
calling in
No,
tonight.
they scared.
Oh,
They
man.
scared. That's what it is. They scared to give us what you got to gripe about. Fuck it.
Oh,
Don't nobody know who
man.
you are and shit, So
You know what I
everybody's
mean?
grateful. Everybody's grateful. Nobody got nothing is weird to them in this world today.
Hey, y'all.
Nothing is out there to them. That's cool. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like you say, so
It is. It is.
Until that
It
shit
is.
flashes in their face, and then they go off.
It is. Living for the weekend. Ain't that how the song go?
Waiting for Friday night.
I've always heard
Yes,
people.
got paid.
I've always heard people say, man, like no one on their deathbed ever said they wish they could work more days. So, focus on what matter in life. Nobody ever said, I wish I could work more. They always say, I wish I had loved. I wish I had kids. I wish I had traveled. I wish I had X, Y, and Z. Nobody
I wish I
on
had
their
more money,
deathbed.
which means
That's
I
cool.
wish I had worked more.
Well, it's lotto, you know. But at the end of the day, like, nobody ever says, I wish I had worked more.
No, don't nobody want to work.
But the funny part about that, every time I've heard that come from somebody, they were rich.
Right?
They were
Yeah.
rich. And I'm talking about in my own personal life. I ain't talking about something on TV.
But that's
You
what,
know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. For us, is like, I wish I could have
I
made
want to
more
get
money.
there,
So,
right?
goddamn,
You know?
So yeah, my deathbed, like, man, I wish I did make more money to be at a better hospital than this one here.
You know?
Getting paid for some good shit.
Bring my heart back.
You know, you got me over here with Larry over there dying and shit.
Man, I gotta tell you, this is a true story, and I'm be brief. When I was in Atlanta, I had broke my right foot really bad, and I was in so much pain when they took me to the to the hospital. They gave me some morphine to try to help the pain and me go to sleep. So, I mean, it was a really bad injury, and the morphine kicked in, and I fell asleep. So I'm on this gurney at this hospital, and then you know how like you waking up, you coming out of your sleep or whatever. I did this, and I was like, people that took me to the hospital, I was like, hey man, tell the nurse I need more medicine. I'm half asleep, but I don't hear nothing, and I do this again. Hey man, tell me I need more pain meds. So I hit him again like that, and I open my eyes, and there's this dead body laying next to me.
You over there telling me,
And I'm hitting its hand. And I was so high on the morphine,
That's
I
crazy.
wanted to, this is God honest truth. I wanted to scream. And when I woke up and saw there was a body next to me and I was hitting, I went, oh. I tried to scream. I was so high. I went, oh.
Give me some of some pain, man. He's hitting you. He's hitting
And
you.
then about 5 minutes later, they saw me moving, and the nurse came and rushed like, "Oh my sir, I'm so sorry." Oh man, rushed the body out. But man, I hit that hand, and I didn't think about the temperature and like that. I was just like, I needed more pain meds. It was real. Yeah, it was real. It happened to me. South Florida Hospital.
That wasn't off the pills.
No, it was real. Yeah. Because because I'm on the gurney, and they was trying to find, I had to
You
do
just
the
knew
X-rays.
somebody was there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because people that took to the hospital say, yeah, man, we're going to hang out with you until, like, doctors take care of all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, I'm on this pain meds, and I'm like, man, it's not really working. And the lady was like, you're supposed to be asleep by now, but I can't give you no more because you're overdosed.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, I must have kept getting sleepy. So I laid down on the gurney, and I'm like, and my foot coming back to life. I'm like, hey, man, medication. Medication. And after 2-3 times, you're like, ain't nobody attending to me. So, like, medication. And I was like, hey, man. And I did that, and I saw that it was a burgundy blanket over that black body. And I hit his hand, and I went, oh. I tried to scream.
It's like that mug.
This man told me
meds.
I was too high off the meds, man. I couldn't
too
scream.
much.
I was done. He on the inside, I'm screaming, nigga. Hey, man.
One time.
Hey, man.
One more time.
Hey. Oh. Nigga, I'm like,
If I was one of those people there and I saw that, I would have went over and moved his hand.
the nurse had to brush the body off. Yeah,
I knew
man.
he was dead. I
was in
had to
bad
do that to you.
I was in bad shape, man. Talk about that was a WTF moment.
Right?
That was a
What the fuck? Y'all
WTF
got me
moment,
sitting with
man.
these dead people. And
Lord, yes. In the middle of the hallway.
That's crazy. That's
My
funny.
Lord. But thank you, Lord, I made it through.
Right.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Paid meds eventually worked.
Yeah, man. Well, man, ain't nobody calling in talking to us, Brother
Watch
Los,
it.
man.
Got 8. That's right.
Are y'all even enjoying this or not? I mean, like, you find this interesting? Call in and talk to us. Give us bad news.
They're not
Any
even
news
chatting
better
with
than
us.
no
I guess
news.
Danny must not be here because he usually chats with us.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
so hey, yeah.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say earlier.
He off
You know what I
the
really
thing.
miss from the 70s and the 80s?
Huh.
The Muppet Show.
The Muppet Show, yeah, Amy too. She loves that shit.
Oh
Love
man,
I always,
have you ever really watched
my
the
favorites
Muppet
were the
Show?
old dudes that always talk shit.
Absolutely, the two old dudes in the
They always be
balcony.
talking
They are my
shit.
favorite.
Yeah, they always
Absolutely,
talk shit
man.
about everything. I remember
Oh
this bullshit.
man, I miss the
Yeah.
Muppets, man.
They remind me of the two old dudes in that Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh, Trading Places.
Was it? Yeah.
Trading, yeah. That's exactly what
That's
they were
how
like.
they were like,
That's exactly. They was old like that.
Old
That's
dudes
exactly right.
Talking shit about
That's
everything.
exactly right.
You know what? Mine was Beaker.
You like Beaker?
Beaker and the scientist.
Yeah.
Right.
I just love pigs in space. The niggas like pigs in space, and all the pigs start going.
They start looking around like, yeah, where did that come? Amy like the chef, the Swiss chef.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, nibble.
And then he had this cabbage. He was going. He threw the cabbage up, pulled out a gun, and shot it, and let us whenever he went.
That's how you do
Boy,
it.
they are killing it. I love the Muppet Show, man.
Yeah, that's how.
I love the Muppets.
They don't do nothing like that now, right? They're in stuff though. They've been in movies. And
They have
shit.
been. They have been.
It's
They
funny
have
that
been.
these damn Muppets is almost as we've grown up with them and shit. And they're like real people. They're like real actors.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
For
Kermit's
real.
an actor and Miss Piggy and all of them. They're actors.
Oh
you know?
man, Miss Piggy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I used to like Animal too.
You
Playing
like
drums
Animal?
and shit, acting a fool. You know, it's like I always liked the Tasmanian Devil too. In the cartoons.
Oh, from what the
Always
hell is
spinning around
Acme?
and shit.
What the hell is Acme? Acme.
There's
No,
actually, I think, a real
brick.
No,
That's
I
real?
think there's a company called Acme
Really?
that makes stuff. That's where the Coyote got all his shit from.
Yeah,
That's like a
Acme,
big
yeah.
warehouse where you get all your shit.
Yeah.
That's what he would do.
Oh wow.
I want to say that's a real company, or it was a real
I
company.
think it
at one
is.
time,
Come think
Acme.
about it. I think it
You know?
is.
Yeah, because the Coyote, that was he was their best customer, boy. He should
Man.
have been getting refunds like a motherfucker, 'cause none of that shit worked.
At all. At all.
I remember when he caught that motherfucker and let him go. I'm like, no.
You caught him
no.
one day?
He caught him. He was going to
Really?
eat that motherfucker. Had him right in a sandwich ready to go, and he felt bad and let
Oh
him go.
no. In the desert.
I was pissed the fuck off. I'm like, man, I've watched this cartoon for years,
In the desert.
hoping this motherfucker catches this damn roadrunner. And
This-
What was so
This is what we
great
did.
about that?
no, it's just he always fucked with him. He was so fast he couldn't fuck.
It sure was.
Yeah, because they would do a bunch of little like a lot of little skits of when he would try to
TV.
catch him. This one would be something different. This one would be this. And some
We were
motherfucker,
easily entertained, you
right,
know?
right. Motherfucker draw a tunnel in the rock and go through it, and he can't. Like goddamn.
You ever talk with if you ever talk to Roadrunner, what would you do after?
I mean, by no say he caught him.
He did catch. That's why he let him go. Because he wouldn't have nothing to do.
Oh man.
You know, I'd go chase a different
All the
motherfucking
time.
road runner there.
You know?
Gotta be a whole bunch of them out there.
I used to always chase each other in the desert.
I'm bored now.
You know, go find me a coyote girl and make some kids and just
Some baby
kick back and
coyotes.
chill and shit.
Some coyote ugliness.
You know, I finally got that motherfucker. I'm full.
Man.
Yeah, I want him to eat that motherfucker. I'm like, man, you
Cartoons
have
was
to eat that.
different in our
It was
day,
different,
man.
yeah.
Like, there's just something different from like drawn cartoons versus anime, or
Right.
like computer generated. Like when somebody's drawing something with their hand, you can really tell the difference,
Right.
Because it's a whole different type of cartoon.
It looks different.
It looks different.
Yeah.
It feels different. You connect with it differently.
I used to like the ones where they would show like somebody going from one place to another in the world, and they would show the globe and the little plane
Yeah.
flying across the thing.
Yeah,
with the line.
twin engine
Then you show,
propeller.
you showed it like Bangkok, and they would land in Bangkok and shit. Those are
Man.
different things. I used to like those, but they took so long to do because you had to do pages and pages and
Yeah, yeah.
pages of drawing, the little light movements so that you can make it look like it's moving and shit. Now it's so much easier to do. That's the future. That's what I'm saying. That's what we want to see now. We don't want to see that shit, that old shit. You know.
You know,
Shit, we don't even know what a pencil is. Goddamn.
A German chick invented 3D, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
The way she drew it.
No. She was experimenting with depth and depth perception and like cutting stuff out and putting in front of each other and then, giving it illumination or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, man, Walt Disney had saw what she was doing and messed around and copywrote it before she did. Took all her money and her technology.
That's the same thing Edison used to do to people. But I have heard Thomas Edison.
Really? Thomas Edison stole it from somebody?
He would always go. Well, one they said that was a brother who figured out how to make that light bulb work.
Really?
You know they're not gonna give him no
Really?
especially him, because they said he would learn. He got in good with the patent people, so he would send people out to go work. Go work with Ron. Let me know what he's doing, and then he'd come back, show him what he do, and then he'd go to their patent place. And of course they knew him, so they're like, no, this his, because they didn't know who the fuck you were. So he was stealing shit from other people, man. So that's fucked up.
Did that on History of the World Part 2, the whole Edison thing, the first telephone. It had
Really?
in the background, like, it was prank calling.
Oh, that's
Yeah, no, but that's what they say. The same thing with that Betsy Ross and the flag.
yeah.
It was old mammy that sold that motherfucker.
That's what I
It
heard.
wasn't no damn Betsy Ross.
That's what I
She wasn't
heard.
gonna sold that shit. They had slaves to do that shit for them.
That's what I
You know, but
heard.
they don't get no credit for that shit, you know. All the
Wow.
different things they made, you know, the damn broom and shit made by a brother, you know, damn dryer machine, the dryer made by a brother,
Really?
sister girl, yeah.
I
The
didn't know
broom
that.
and the little scooper thing for the broom,
Uh-huh.
yeah, black people invented that shit. The
Really?
stoplight, the red, green, and
Yeah, red, black, and
brother
green.
made that shit. Some brother made that shit because they needed, because people were just bam, bam, they didn't know what the fuck to do.
Right,
So there were
right.
big jams all the time. There was a
Wow.
lot of shit that black people don't get no credit for.
Good book. Black first.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Early 90s.
The curling now, yeah, yep, like yeah. They,
Madison J. Walker did the curling iron. I did not know that. Wow.
you know, most of the shit was all out of necessity.
Man, can you imagine the kind of
For real.
Because of the cotton thing, they
Yeah.
made that because, yo, it's hard for us to
Yeah.
go out there and try to goddamn pick this shit. Let's make something that can fucking pick it or at least process it better.
yeah, we try to just make our job easy.
Right? Same thing with Ford. What he did is, you know what, I can make a bunch of these. I just make a long line of people, get them jobs, and just move it along. Everybody
revolutionary,
does
though.
a certain part. That
was
way one person doesn't
revolutionary.
have to do the whole thing.
That was
And that-
revolutionary,
From that
brother.
point on, boys, they started, yeah,
Like
Assembly
interchangeable
lines and
parts
shit,
and
yeah.
assembly lines.
Right.
That was revolutionary.
you know, just
man,
make a
for
bunch
real.
of parts, put them in each station, and as the thing comes by, put your part on it. By the time it gets it in, it's done.
That was brilliant.
And it moves along, and it moves along one after the
That
other.
was brilliant.
That's why I
wasn't
used to
it?
say when I used to work with cars, how some cars I
Damn.
needed were Friday cars, because it's like, you know, the car might have got there to do, was doing one. The next day, or Monday when he came, he started doing the same, but it was a different car, because I'd get cars with Buick on one side, Chevy on the other side.
Oh,
So those
wow.
I used to always say those
That
are
would
Friday
be
cars. That
confusing.
whistle blew, they were like, oh, I'm gone. And the thing moved a little further up.
Yeah.
So his piece got missing, so the next person did their part.
Oh, wow.
'Cause it's like, man, it's like, they don't, I said, you must not have no quality control. That motherfucker didn't see that shit. You know, he's just walking around real quick. Okay, next. I got so many cars to do, man. They all look good. Fuck.
Yeah.
Next. You know,
And
they
that'll
don't
be
give
the
a fuck.
very thing that mess around and get you a class action lawsuit.
Right? Because you just
you
skip some
messed up.
shit, you know. And can you blame them though? Because you're seeing the same shit over and over and over and over. And you've checked 1,000 of these things and none of them been wrong. So after a while, you're gonna think, man, all these are good. They look good. Fuck it. They look good.
I feel you.
You know.
But that's what scares me about technology. Because now that's not even a human driven job anymore.
No,
Like,
it's a machine.
this is
doing it.
all.
You got one person but see, it should be better then because you got one person doing. All you're doing is making sure that machine put this shit right. And
Yeah,
that's
but,
it.
you can't- but that's the very reason why places like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Lansing, what have you. That's why there's not a huge automotive presence there anymore because that's how many people are out of jobs because of automation.
A lot of
I'm not
people-
saying automation is good or bad. I'm just saying, damn man, like look at the human cost.
That's why I always say,
Never about
how the
that.
way it goes. That's why I'll say, in the movie there they show all the poor people in the Dust Bowl. That's where we're going because no
It
one's
is.
gonna have a fucking job.
It is.
Machines
It
gonna be
is.
doing all of it.
It is.
So I only
It
need
is.
one dude to sit here, look through that window,
Yeah.
check this
Yeah.
board,
Yeah.
and make sure no red lights come on.
Yeah.
And even when it's a red light comes on, hit this button, some
Yeah.
other machines come out and fix it. You don't even have to go in there.
That's one of the points of the movie I told you earlier, Maiden. That was one of the points. So it was pretty much a toy, but this toy, since it's so advanced, is pretty much taking like the parents. The toy will take care of the child. Parents will do what they call it. You're eliminating the parent part of it, and you're allowing this child to transfix on this toy, teaching them things and all this. So that's kind of a problem.
So when I was studying developmental psychology, I saw something that really, to your point, Bob, I saw something that really disturbed me. We were looking at something called attachment theory.
Yes, they said that in the movie.
And what did they say about that movie? I hadn't seen the movie, by the way.
I'm not
They
gonna
said, she had, there was a psychologist to just, since it's a child in a new home, where aunt, which they never really interact, so she just wanted to see the interaction. She saw Megan, but she saw that she said, like, yeah, it's an amazing toy. It's doing all this, teaching her, pretty much, it's, but it's attached, it's like disattaching the parental part and leading up to this toy to do the parental part. So
So,
it's an attachment to that toy, and if you try to take that toy away, that child is going to this.
fundamentally, like, it's something called imprinting. And every animal does imprinting. And all imprinting is, and I shouldn't say all this, that's a small thing, but there's a window of time that whatever animal is born, whatever that animal is associated or connected with or sees as a provider of food, clothing, shelter,
that's
questions
where I
of
gotta go.
clothing, but you understand what I'm
That's where I
saying?
gotta go. That's my mom or my dad. Somebody
That's
take care
that's
of it.
mama.
Damn.
That's
Right,
mama.
Right.
And interesting enough, I remember looking at these experiments, and this is from the 50s and stuff, so they have the same kind of laws. This monkey was grabbing hold to this metal robot. And the reason it was doing that was because they would take the metal robot and make him interact with the monkey and all that kind of stuff. But the monkey started seeing that as the parent.
Right.
So even though it has the nature of a monkey, it's trying to behave like a robot.
Right. Because that's all it knows.
And it sees itself as a robot.
Right. Right.
But its nature is that of an animal, a monkey in particular.
Right.
And they found that that does hold true when it comes to humans as well.
Right. Right. I mean, you have to after
You
a
work
while.
on it long enough, it
If you,
will happen.
you're a little baby and all you see is this thing taking care of you.
Yeah.
Imagine if the story of Rome is real.
Uh-huh.
There was a damn wolf that took care of these two little motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's why I said if that
Yeah,
shit was
Romulus and
real,
Remus,
then
yeah.
they would have had that. They would have
Yeah.
been acting like goddamn fucking, probably walking on all fours and shit, so they could realize that they were
I feel
fucking
you.
humans.
I think that story is BS.
That's what I think.
I
That
do.
would
I
make
think
sense.
it's BS.
That
But
motherfucking
it makes a
goddamn
good
wolf
story.
would have ate them up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No, I
it
ain't
ate
finna
him up.
feed you dinner, and it's cold.
I mean, and there's
No, no,
sometimes
no.
that some animals do protect like babies and shit like that because they I guess they just instantly know this thing is helpless. That's fucked up.
There have been situations like that.
Well, they'll try
There
to
have been
help out.
situations
So
like
take
that.
care of the food that you should be eating, especially female lions.
We just wait for you to get older.
Right. That's all. We'll wait for you to get older. Ain't gonna be no Tarzan up in this bitch. We're gonna eat your ass as soon. We're just plumping you up and shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're about to head out because I
Yeah,
think it's
man.
us four and maybe
Call
two
in,
more.
man.
No, they're scared. I don't know what it is. That y'all need to come
Thank
on.
y'all for watching.
It'd have been
anyway.
much better. It'd been a much better show had we got them interacting. That's
You
what
know,
we want.
man,
We
that's
want
what
y'all
we
to
wanted.
interact with us and talk to us. And don't. No one knows who you are. You could make up a name if you
You
want.
want to say your name when you call in.
Just hey,
Absolutely.
let us know what's up. But anyways, I'm Brother Los,
I'm Brother Ron.
Brother Black Hand, back on the cam. Our studio audience.
Thank you so much, Studio Audience. Thank you so much.
We're Davey Smoking. We're out.
Peace.
Peace.